What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Buffalo State College Bengals Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. After utilizing the bye week to catch you guys up on recruiting, we are back to action and begin conference play against the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Last season, the Bengals won 8 games in a row, and that streak was started against Eastern Michigan on the road. That could be because Eastern Michigan is not a prestigious program, as they have only won one conference championship, and that was in 1987. They also have their starting right end and starting left tackle injured. Meanwhile, the Bengals don't have any serious injuries and have significantly more talent than the Eagles have, as they lost 2 games to start the year and just picked up their first win against the powerhouse FCS East. Meanwhile, the Bengals have 2 prestigious wins against Syracuse and Washington State in the non-conference respectively, but have to bounce back after a tough loss to Michigan. Leon Jacobs ran wild on this team, and Lance Rice has had a great season, not throwing an interception since the first game of the season where he had 2 and has tacked on 8 touchdowns and 681 yards. If the Bengals play their cards right, this should be a pretty easy game and one that should give them a lot of confidence as they continue into tougher games in conference play. The Eagles don't have a lot of talent, but they do have Mike Glass at quarterback, and while he's not the most accurate passer in the whole entire world, he does have quite a few physical tools that, if he utilizes them correctly, could give the Bengals some issues. Other than Glass, there's not too much to report. They still have Willie Parker, but on the receiving end, they are extremely young and extremely thin. Buffalo State has struggled ultimately in pass defense, but this could be a great way to build some confidence and pick on some pedestrian receivers. Down at the field, Buffalo State has won the toss and elected to defer Eastern Michigan with the football for the first time. Glass drops back, 2nd and 7, gets hit for a second, gets away and goes down. Bender over, starting out strong with a sack. It's 3rd down and 8. Single back set. Glass drops back yet again as trips to the right side and completes to Bray, but he's not going to have enough yardage to reach the line to gain. They punt to Buffalo State. Rice in the I formation. Give Leon Jacobs left side. He spins, breaks a tackle, and manages to pick up 7 on 2nd down. They move the chains on 3rd down, 4:35 and ticking. Bunch to the right side. Rice, quick throw outside. Myers makes the catch and has a gain of about 8 yards down to the 45. 1st down and 10, they send Brown in motion. Rice, read option to the left side. They set up the triple option, flip back to Brown. He has a 1st down and a little bit more. A gain of 13 on that nifty play call. About a minute later, we're down to 2:40, 3rd down and 5. Rice takes the snap. Not a lot of pressure comes. He rolls to his right side, stops, lets it go as he's hit, and it's caught downfield. Pat Hughes, what a play! Rice extends the play and leads Pat Hughes upfield, puts this ball where only he could get it. It's 1st down and goal. Spread flex. Leon Jacobs is the back to the right side. Takes the carry in a crater into the end zone. Buffalo State strikes first. That was the exact start that I'm sure that they were looking for in this game against a lesser team. Back on defense, Glass takes the snap. 1st and 10, pressure comes, finds Oaks to the outside. They don't have a lot of receiver depth, but their tight end situation is pretty solid. He has a gain of 20. 2 minutes to go. They motion Oaks outside into the slot. 1st and 10, go play action. Back to the corner, and Oaks makes another reception. Deja vu. Ben Hall caught in man coverage yet again. 2nd and 7, Glass takes the snap. 4-man rush comes. Not getting there. Glass unloads downfield, and he has a man. It's Michael Suggs, the true freshman, and man coverage is not working. Surprise, surprise yet again. They motion Odukoya, the tight end, from left to right. They give off to Parker. Parker around the corner, breaks a tackle, and down to about the 2 before Bender over catches him from behind. Ooh. All names aside, Glass read option. Jay Woods misses and breaks the tackle from Merritt and is into the end zone as Eastern Michigan manages to strike back and draw blood of their own. That takes us to the end of the 1st quarter as we're tied up 7 apiece. A lot of football to play. 2nd quarter action begins from Michigan. Rice flips right side Jacobs. Jacobs looks for room and can't find any. He's dropped for a loss of 1. Bengals want to get him going for sure, but for now it's 3rd down and 8. They have to pass. Bunch right side. Rice, quick throw outside, and Myers yet again makes the reception. That's his 2nd of the game. He has a 1st down. Chains move, 1st and 10, empty 2 by 3. Rice fires over the middle, and Phillips makes the tough catch in traffic right across the middle of the field. They've definitely got some receiver depth. They stay in the formation, receivers press on the outside. Rice, pressure comes on 3rd down, and he is dropped for a loss of 10. They refuse to block EJ Williams, and it doesn't work out so well for them. Meanwhile, the Eagles have 3rd down and 5. They spread it out 2 by 2 back to the left. Glass gives off to Parker, and Parker gashes the defense up the middle. A gutsy play call on 3rd down really pays off. 2nd down and 5. 1 play later, Parker's the back to the right. Glass snaps, dumps it off. Bray has a 1st down and spins and breaks a tackle inside the 45-yard line. A gain of 14. Clock down to 4:15 and ticking. Lyles comes in motion. Glass looks for options, dumps it off to Lyle. Lyle stiff arms Jennings and Woods and flattens Ben Hall before Bender over rips the football out. But Eastern Michigan recovers out of bounds. Seriously, how many tackles can you possibly break on the same play? That guy's gonna get a random drug test. 3:33 and ticking, 2nd and 7. Glass to the end zone, and Brewer beats Zach Jennings for the score. They have 14 unanswered points. Buffalo State down 7. Rice back on the field to take over. Spread flex give. Leon Jacobs makes a move and has enough for the 1st down and a pickup of 8. They empty it out like Josh Gordon's bong water. Rice quick fire to Johnson. And the receiving tight end makes his first reception of the game for 9 yards. Clock under 2 minutes, 1st and 10. Bunch to the right side, they set up screen, but Rice doesn't care downfield to Billy Myers, who makes the 17-yard reception inside the 30. What a gutsy throw against the cover, too. Not many quarterbacks are going to make that play. Bunch set yet again, 2nd and 10. Rice quick fire to Hughes on the outside corner. And credit him with 13. Clock stops at 1:39 in the half. Short completion makes it 2nd and 8. Clock under 1:20. Rice snaps, fires to the outside. Burrell makes the catch and stiff arms his way into the end zone for a Buffalo State touchdown as they tie the game at 14 apiece with 1:15 to go. The Bengals leave the Eagles with 75 seconds to score. Glass takes a snap, 4-man rush comes, steps up to run and can't escape. A combination of Dennis Vincent and Terrence Jackson. Buffalo State uses a timeout, 3rd down and 6. They want the ball back. Glass dumps it off to Parker, gets away from one and can't escape Shelton Stewart, who delivers the blow. Malik Dupree uses the timeout, and they punt it back to Tommy Keith with 55. He swerves to the outside, looks for room, escapes one defender, and is inside the 45. Buffalo State with great field position as they retake the field. 45 to go, 2nd down and 10. Rice rolls right side. Nobody's open. He stops and unloads it deep downfield, wide open. Pat Hughes, touchdown, Buffalo State. Give all credit to Pat Hughes and Lance Rice, as anytime a play is broken down in this game, it seems like that connection has been the way to go. The Yeet makes it 21-14 going into halftime. Buffalo State has all momentum. We mentioned the one and only MAC conference game earlier on, and we see that Aiden Alonso's Army Black Knights have beat Zach Mead and Marshawn Colliver's Miami of Ohio Redhawks in a game where Mead put up 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in a 28-38 loss. After the Jonathan Taylor injury, Kazmir Allen's the leader for the Heisman. And in the top 25, Washington manages to jump Ohio State and Alabama following a 41-31 win over number 8 UCLA. UW was in the national championship game 2 seasons ago, while UCLA made it last year, and clearly everything comes full circle as the defending champion Alabama Crimson Tide fall to number 3. Aside from UCLA losing, Auburn also goes down to Missouri, who jumps into the top 25. USC falls to Oregon in a big-time loss, and LSU is no longer undefeated. So much cannibalism happening in the polls, but back to MAC action, which we all know is super exciting. Eastern Michigan kicks it off to Tommy Keith, who stands 6 yards deep. He makes a cut to the 20 around the corner and down to about the 30-yard line. where Rice and the offense look to build on 14 unanswered. 2nd and 14. Rice quick zip to Myers on the outside. He stiff arms his way to 17 yards out of bounds. 2 receivers right side. Rice takes the snap, looks downfield to Myers yet again, and they beat the cover 2 for the 2nd time in this game. Another tough throw for Lance Rice. He's amazing. 3rd down and 6 a couple plays later. He snaps, recognizes it's man and wants to roll out to his right and take off. So much room, and he ducks out of bounds inside the 15. Another big gain for Lance Rice. He can do it with his arm and with his legs. He's been an incredible asset this year. I formation, tight end to the left side is Johnson. Rice gives off to Jacobs around the corner. Looks for room, 1 to beat, and he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What do you do in this situation? You come out goal line. Nicholas Lee, handoff, touchdown. Buffalo State make it 21 unanswered. They're pouring it on. Eastern Michigan just trying to keep their head above water at this point. They need a score. Glass drops back to throw, sits in the pocket, fires outside to Oaks, and he makes another catch. He's been their leading receiver to this point, and Mike Glass has completed 3 out of 3 passes in his direction. 2nd and 8, Lyle in motion, Glass dumps it his way, Hawkins hits him and the ball comes free. Jay Woods falls on it. They remembered him breaking like 4 tackles on his way to a big time gain. Hawkins said, not this time, and I'll take the football back as well. What a play. Buffalo State has a chance to tack on some more after the big play. Left side stretch goes Jacobs' way. 1st down and more out to the 50. Outruns the defender. Jacobs in open field has a chance to go all the way. Gone like a girl in a country song. He's done it again. Lance Rice's emergence in the offense has meant that Leon Jacobs hasn't been leaned on to nearly the same extent as last year, but he's reminding you right here that this is still his team. 66 yards, a career long. The Eagles stall out again. Rice in the offense take back over with the pitch left side. Spins, breaks a tackle. Jacobs gets away again. Step back and down inside the 45-yard line. He already seems like a master of his craft, and he's only getting better, more elusive, and most importantly, way faster. 28 unanswered points as O'Connell checks in for Jacobs. Takes a snap out of the spread flex and gets a block down inside the 35-yard line and tack on 15 more with the face mask. They were in field goal range before, and they certainly are now. When this team is on, they are on. This will likely be the last play of the quarter. Rice takes a snap, rolls to his right side, looks to run to the 5 and touchdown. Not the last play of the quarter as the clock stops with the score. Buffalo State leads 42-14, and we are just getting into the 4th quarter of action. Glass takes a snap in a nightmare game for Eastern Michigan, and he goes down. As per usual, a swarm of Bengals defenders there, but Stephen Daniel is credited with his first career sack, so that's cool. Make it 2nd and 16, split backs. Glass steps up and goes down yet again. Another sack. It's True Tinsley for the first time this year. Make it 3rd and very long. He hasn't had quite the production we expected him to, but it's never too late to start getting hot. Buffalo State takes back over as they punt it back. From the gun, O'Connell's the back to the right side. Rice sets up the screen. O'Connell makes the catch, uses a stiff arm to get away, but is flattened. This will be a 55-yard attempt for Kevin Kinsley. A career long. Wind way in his favor. Snap, spot, kick is up on the way. And it sneaks through the uprights just barely. And by barely, I mean super close. 1 minute to go for Eastern Michigan. They have thrown in the white towel at this point, but still throwing the football. Glass to the flat. Parker makes the catch on the left side, but is met immediately, and Stewart pushes him out of bounds. 4th and 9. And Buffalo State given one more chance to score with 44 seconds. Jacobs, sweep right, spins, breaks a tackle, gets away yet again, and down out of bounds at the 43-yard line. They were just trying to drain the clock, but why not score at this point? Rice rolls out, stops, fires. Billy Myers makes the catch again, escapes for a second, and is down to the 23-yard line. They have 19 to go. I formation. Peterson's the tight end. Rice boots to his right side, stops and throws a dart to Peterson, who makes the catch at the 10-yard line for 14 with 14 seconds. Buffalo State has no more timeouts remaining from the I formation. Rice snaps, looks, scrambles, big cojones, touchdown with 9 to go. And the first 50 burger of the season for Buffalo State, as with 6 seconds left, Glass is gonna go for one more play, but watch out, pressure. The sack from guess who? You'll never guess. The backup left tackle, Rodney Whitmore. Just a fun play, but this game has been over for long before the clock hit 0. 52-14 behind 4 touchdowns from Lance freaking Rice. Somewhere in the second quarter, I was like, oh great, this is gonna be another long game. Eastern Michigan is gonna do something to stay in it, and we're not gonna be able to stop them, despite this being season 3, but clearly, I was very, very wrong. And I'm so glad that I was, because this was one of the most fun games I've ever played through the series, because there's nothing more exciting than a classic beatdown. Big balls for Lance Rice, 18 for 24, 240, and 2 touchdowns. On the ground, Leon the Phenom with a career-long 66-yard touchdown. He had 2 on the day. Lance Rice also with 2, and of course, you had to check in no one other than Nicholas Lee for that 1-yard touchdown. That made me excited. On the receiving end, Billy Myers, 6 receptions for 86, but Pat Hughes with 3 catches for 85, constantly on the same page with Lance Rice today, including that 42-yard touchdown. Bill Burrell also had a score. Interesting on the defensive end, as Tony Hawkins and Bender Rover remained tied for tackles, as they had the same total today with 8 apiece. Bender Rover had a sack. Jay Woods had 7 tackles. Brian Smart with 4. I have no idea how Rodney Whitmore got into the game on defense, let alone at all, but he added to the 7 tackles for a loss on the game, and it really only rubbed salt into the wound of Eastern Michigan. We also had 6 sacks on the game. Whitmore had 1 of them, as well as Callahan and Daniel getting their first sack of their career. 2 forced fumbles, 1 recovery, but the point is, if you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like and subscribe for the love of franchise and dynasty content. I don't know if you heard, but that's all we do here. Click right here to see more Bengals.